Hello YouTube, this is Edmard here with episode 3 of my Let's Play. I realised like episode 1 I did in 2 parts and I really didn't need to do that. I can just do each episode as they come out. Anyway, here I am playing around, going to the next race, exactly where we left off from the end of the last one. I was actually trying to drift this car a little bit because I didn't have a drift car at this point. And this is the closest thing I got, so I'm sliding it around a little bit, so I thought I'd leave this in. But anyway, we're going to be clearing up the rest of what's left for the yellow wristband in this thingamabobs. So here we go, this is the last race that we need to do before we are eligible for the next wristband, which I believe is green. But I can't remember off the top of my head. I think it's green. Anyway, more off-roading, fun times. It's just as well that they made us buy an off-roading car, so that's good. And yeah, I think this is the last race, and then we are done with the yellow wristband. Of course, there are other races that are yellow wristband, but if you really want to just get the career done, then you only have to do as many as you need, and then you can go on to the next wristband and just progress through the career just as you would normally. And once again, Ramona Kovac is here for us to beat. And go away, dog. My dog just come up to me like, stroke me please. And I'm like, no, go in your bed, go on dog, go in your bed. There we go. So yeah, here I am doing a race, and I really hate that guy in the Merc. For some reason, every off-roading race, he's there in his Merc, getting in my way for ages, and it's so annoying. So yeah, I smashed into him just because I hate him. But yeah, it's weird. Like the AI, like on this bit, they're really fast, and as you can see, they're pulling away from me a bit. But then I think there's a right-hander coming on. This right-hander here, for some reason, they can't take it very quickly at all. Look how quickly how much I catch up to them here. I've made a gap. And I overtake the GTR and the next guy on that corner because they can't take corners very well. And then there'd be like another part of the track where they're just infinitely fast. It's a bit odd, but hey, it makes for a varying race, which is good. As you can see, Ramona in first place. I'm going to catch up to her. There's an Evo 6 there. I really like that Evo in this game. It looks really cool. It's got quite wide arches on it, which is nice. Can't seem to take that corner very well, can I? But with this game, the collisions don't really, like if you smashed into a wall on the outside of a corner on Forza 4, that would be it. You'd be losing places. But on this game, you can use them to slow down almost. And there we go, 2 laps, not very long, but we start to get, and there we go. I tried to look back again. I think I might end up doing that every episode. No, I get used to it eventually, but I keep trying to look back and hit the rewind button by accident, and it's really annoying. I can't change it. I don't know why they would change something like that. Why would you do that? You're trying to make this easy for people to jump onto from Forza 4 and then they change the button. Why do that? You're just going to cause an inconvenience to everyone. It's like if Call of Duty made shooting the left trigger instead of the right trigger. Everyone would hate that. It would be so annoying. Anyway, yeah. Wristband unlocked. I got the green one. Hooray! And so, what do we have to do now? Let me just look ahead on the video. Ah, yes. Now I'm going to head back to Race Central. And obviously I'll cut out my journey there for your convenience. Seeing as nothing happens, it's just me driving along a road for a while. It's not even that far. Anyway, oh yeah, and as you can see there, he's got a rival showdown there, or whatever it's called, the Star Showdown, which is basically where the star, in this case Ramona Kovac, which is the star for the yellow wristband, she has now challenged me to a race because I've beaten her in every yellow wristband race, and now I am eligible for the green one, but she is not. And she's like, I hate you, let's have a race. And it's a street race that they do, and at the end of it you get their car, which is nice. And then here we have the Forza 4 Loyalty, which is a Mini Cooper S, DS3, a Charger, a Camaro, a M3, a Jag, a Gumper Apollo, which is amazing, and an Aventador, which is great, but then I get so many of these throughout the game, I don't understand why. And they all just get given to you, and I think you can't sell them for money. If you try to sell that car, it would be 100 credits, which makes it useless. But it's good for adding a bit of variety, actually. For us that have played Forza 4, you know, we're used to having played Forza 4, and then we've got all our fast cars on Forza 4, and then coming onto Horizon, having to build it all back up again is a bit long for someone who's already done it for the past 3 years. So I think it's a good touch that if you've played Forza 4, then you can sort of jump into a few faster races from the get-go. Only problem is they're only really eligible online to start with. Like, the game does think about how the people to start with will just have like a Subaru, a Ford Mustang and a Corrado, and that'll be about it. And then, so the game sort of, it's not going to make races that they can't do. So to start with, it's a bit slow, but then as you go on, you end up having cars already, and it's really good. You know, you've got the cars that you need to do races with already, and you don't have to buy new cars. And I think I've managed to get through the entire career without having to buy a new car, so that's pretty cool. And then here we're going to go into the upgrades, and a big disappointment for me was no, whatchamacallit, I can't make the cars rear-wheel drive. You can't change the, I can't remember, the drivetrain, that's it, you can't change that on this game, which doesn't make any sense to me at all. They had the exact same facility on Forza 4, and they have literally stamped the upgrade system from Forza 4 onto Forza Horizon, but then left bits out. That is so pointless. All they've done is literally stamp one from the other onto this one, and it's now, but like, not quite got the whole stamp. Why would you not? It's like trying to send a first class stamp without, and then ripping the first bit off. It's not going to work. It doesn't. Well, it works to a certain degree, but it's not the whole thing. It's not fair. But anyway, rant over. I upgrade my car so that I am, because I thought Ramona Kovac, right? She's meant to be the fastest yellow wristbander there is, apart from me now. And so I thought, okay, so she's going to have a top of the range B class car. Her thingamabob. It's going to be B class, and I've managed to just about beat her so far. But I'm thinking, okay, this showdown against her, it's going to put me against her, and she's probably going to be given a bit of a boost by the game. So I decided to give my car a bit of a boost, and I think I already had a few little discount signs hit already, but that was pretty much all the money. Anyway. But first we're going to go into Race Central, and they're going to give me a green wristband. I guess you could call this a cutscene, but it's basically her saying, "You got a green wristband," and everyone goes, "Yay!" And it's exactly the same every time, so I don't really care, I'm going to speak over it. What are you going to do about it? Okay, so next thing to do is to go and whoop Ramona's arse. Even though it gives us all these new green things to do, you might notice there actually, just quickly, you might have noticed the one at the top had an exclamation mark on it, and the exclamation mark means that you need to buy a new car to do it, or none of the cars that you have are eligible for that race. So that's something to bear in mind. Anyway, we're going to go against Ramona Kovac. As you can see from her photo that is on the screen right now, she looks really sexy. Oh my god. To be honest, I think not only does that picture look hot as hell, but just imagine a girl that good looking driving a Ford Raptor, whatever it's called, the massive Ford, driving around off-road, killing it in a racing competition. How hot would that be? Oh my god. Anyway, I don't have a crush on a fictional character, what are you talking about? So now we're going to whoop her ass in a race, and these are really fun. This is the first street race that you get to go in, technically. Even though it's not technically called a street race, it's still a Horizon event somehow. It's like an illegal Horizon event. But anyway, so it's the first street race that you get to go in, and as you can see, you get the person up front with some flares, and they say go, and you go. And you got to watch out actually when you do street races. You watch out for the person that is standing there with the flares, because they are invincible, and if you hit into them, it's like hitting a brick wall. So watch out for that. And then straight away, obviously, as I thought, she gets a boost from the game and she takes off. But you know what? I'm cool with that. It makes me want to go at this really hard, and somehow I managed to take that corner so fast, and she slams into me a bit, forces me a bit wide, hit the wall. Car's going a bit skew-if, got to avoid cars. This is so fun. Having a street race where you've got to avoid cars and stuff, and whilst trying to take a good line through the corners so that you don't go too slowly, is really fun. But at this point, I think the traffic doesn't really play into her hands, and she might have hit one. So we end up with a large lead here, and I'm managing to take the corners really quickly here, and I get a bit too fast, but we had a bit of an advantage there. But she somehow manages to catch up so quickly there. Like, if you'd watched the dot, rewind, watch the dot as I make that mistake, it speeds up so much, it's insane. But anyway, that's just the game being competitive, and that is fine with me. But again, as she's closer, I start to drop her again, as I can take corners a lot quicker than her, which makes sense because she's in a massive 4x4 monster truck thing, and I'm in a nimble Subaru. Anyway, coming towards the end of the race now. I hope that you're all enjoying this Let's Play series. I really enjoyed playing the game, and hopefully that comes across in my commentaries. It would really help if you could, help out the video, with likes and stuff. I don't like to ask for that kind of stuff, but YouTube has had an update, and my video is probably getting drowned out by people liking things on your news feed and stuff. So, and there's no real way to turn off everything like you used to be able to, and show uploads only. So, just keep an eye on this channel. I am going to be bringing more of these out as soon as I can around college. And yeah, so I'm very grateful for you watching. As you can see, we won a Ford SVT Raptor, and we'll get one. It's not exactly the same as hers, but never mind. I will catch you all later.